31 years ago, the late Sally Ride became the first American woman to fly into space. Later, she founded an innovative STEM education company in San Diego to encourage girls to pursue science. My guest, journalist and Ride's longtime friend, Lynn Sherr, is the author of the comprehensive biography, Sally Ride, America's First Woman in Space. Lynn, welcome.
I'm thrilled to be here with you. Thank you.
Well, you shared a long and close friendship with Sally. How did you two first meet?
We met in 1981 when ABC News, where I was a correspondent, asked me to join the team that was going to be covering the upcoming shuttle mission. It was about to start flying. And I was excited. This was a great opportunity. And I was sent down to Houston to the Johnson Space Center. One of the first people I met was Sally Ride. And the two of us just hit it off. We shared a sense of humor. We shared a lot of sensibilities. And we shared the fact that the women's movement had certainly made her job possible. And this was something I'd been very active in all of my life.
Well, I know that you guys were friends for a long time, as you said, since 1980. But there were some significant things you didn't know about her, like her same-sex partner of 27 years.
Right.
Why do you think she was so private?
Well, Sally was genetically an introvert. You know, there's a psychological thing, the Myers-Briggs psychology scale, and one side are the I's for the introverts and one side are the E's for the extroverts, like you and me,
right?
Okay? Sally was definitely an I, and she was a very, very private, some might say secretive person about her personal life. I also think at a time when homosexuality was not widely accepted, she didn't want to rock the boat in terms of NASA. After she left NASA, of course, she didn't want to cause any problems. She didn't want to deal with it. And she had other causes that she spoke out forcefully for. And this was just her life, and she chose not to share it with the public.
Well, I know you've said that you've approached writing this book as a journalist.
I did.
What do you feel about sort of revealing these secret things or these private side of your friend?
You know, if I hadn't had the full cooperation, the exclusive, I might add, full cooperation of her partner, Tam O'Shaughnessy, her sister, Bear Ride, her mother, Joyce Ride, and a number of other people, and her ex-husband, I might have felt as if I was prying and doing the wrong thing. They very much wanted all this out in the open, and I did more than 200 interviews for the book, and people are so glad to get to know this woman that they knew a little bit and didn't know completely. And I hope that Sally would be proud that the facts are there, the truth is there, and she still emerges as exactly the kind of hero we want for ourselves, for our children, for our grandchildren.
Well, after her NASA career, she became a physics professor at UC San Diego, as most know, and founded the company Sally Ride Science. It promotes science education for girls. Tell us more about this company and its influence today.
Sally wanted very much to be sure that the doors were opened for little girls the way they always were for her. She never felt any discrimination growing up. She had parents who were not the least bit scientific. No one ever said to her, Sally, girls don't study science. This was something she just got to do. And then she saw that it changed. And she saw as an adult that there were little girls who were getting signals that there was something weird about you if you studied science, that if you didn't do French or homemaking or one of those, that maybe there was something wrong, and she wanted to be sure that kids understood the joy of science. And that's what Sally Ride Science does, is it explains to kids science is fun, science is magical, and we need science to save this planet, the Earth, more than anything else right now.
Who should read this book if you're not a scientist, and why should you read it?
It's not a book about science, it's a book about a woman who is a hero. It's a book about things that we all go through. It's a book about a woman who was brilliant but had vulnerabilities. It's a book about a woman who met her challenges, and I call the things that I've learned from Sally from researching this book flying lessons, because I think she taught us all how to fly high without ever leaving the earth.
Sounds fascinating. Author and journalist Lynn Sherr, thank you so much for joining us and talking about this.
Thank you. Great to be with you.